do. That's good.
You should talk with an accent the whole time.
The whole time. I'll try not to, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Men should wear the kilt. Now, obviously, I don't have a problem with that, but I understand that some of you that might be a new idea. So I'm going to try to keep it brief. Try to keep it to just a few points. First off, I'll talk about how the kilt looks great. Talk about some moral implications of wearing the kilt. Also, talk about how the kilt is comfortable and practical as a modern garment. And I'll finish off and talk about strong traditional family identity. Now, you'll notice that Liam Neeson, the style of kilt that he's wearing is the great kilt. So, pun intended, the kilt looks great. I would go on to say that no parade is complete without pipes and drums and the band clad in black. Also, no Burns night would be complete without the laddie of the plaidie reading Ode to a Haggis. And basically, Burns night is a Cayley or a Scottish party. Scottish people wear the kilt. It is the national attire for Scotland, or part of the national attire. And many people want to get in on wearing the kilt. Some of them Scottish, and some of them not necessarily Scottish. I'm sure you'll recognize at least one of these people. Action adventure star, NASCAR driver, and NFL player. And some people at times are even expected that they might wear the kilt. And probably the reason that many wear the kilt is that women love their man in the kilt, and that's probably the reason that I wear the kilt as well. Okay, but who cares? Most of those people were celebrities, and they're not exactly known for their high moral standards. What is important to me is what does God think? And I was actually kind of shocked by this next slide. It's taken from a website. I wasn't so much shocked at what the opinion of the man was, but it's the name of the man. His name is Robert Stewart, which is a strong Scottish name. So I was kind of shocked to see that he thinks that it's sinful for men to wear kilts. So talking about the moral implications of wearing the kilt. Now he does have a very good scripture, and I agree with the scripture. Come under the authority of the scripture. Deuteronomy 22:5 says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God." And I don't know about you, but abomination, that's not something I'd be really excited about being in the sight of the Lord thy God. So, the point being, and he's underlined it very nicely, is that neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. Well, the kilt is not a woman's garment. If you go to department stores such as Walmart, you'll see that clothing is segregated between ladies' wear and men's wear. Now, you might notice that, okay, there's jeans, but as we all know, the cut of the jeans makes quite a big difference about the physique of who's wearing it. So we have a different cut of jeans for men and for women. Also with Scottish attire, very similar, you'll find kilts. And you'll find only men on any reputable kilt maker's site. You will find only men wearing the kilt. And you will also find that women wear what's known as a kilted skirt. Now you're like, what's the difference? Well, to demonstrate is my youngest sister there. Maybe you might sense a little sibling rivalry there. But as you'll notice, she actually has a kilted skirt on, and it has quite a bit less fabric, actually, shallower pleats. There's some subtle differences, but the main difference is that the kilt is actually built to fit the stovepipe physique of a man. so quite a bit different. Thankfully, the middle child was there to kind of comfort and bring us back together. One objection that you might have to wearing the kilt is it can be a bit expensive. So you go, wow, I just can't wear a kilt, it's too expensive. Well, thankfully, a Scottish gentleman by the name of J. Thompson actually put out this book to help with the cost effectiveness of the kilt, the Scottish attire. Now, one of the objections I might have had was, wow, there's no pockets in this thing. I mean, I have to keep everything here and it kind of all goes together. Well, actually, they've developed more modern kilts that you can see this man working construction and somebody climbing, rock climbing. But it can be, the modern kilt has pockets, so that's very, very helpful. Also, you might see this in the next 5 to 10 years, I predict, that you might see this scene any day. Maybe you think the kilt is too formal to wear for casual wear or every day. I would have to say that you're probably right. If you wear the kilt, chances are that you'll have to get used to outclassing everyone else's attire around you. So that just comes with the territory. And finally, I'll talk about, since we're all in college here, most of you are forming your identity, your personal identity, and hopefully your family identity as well. And in considering your traditions of your family, I hope that you consider wearing the kilt if you don't have a strong tradition of your own already. And coming up Friday from 4 to 6 down at the Kinlaw Library, I will be having a reception at which my dad will be wearing the kilt and also my son and I. So I hope to see you there, 4 to 6 Friday.